I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple. Products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple gift cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on a troubling teacher I had when I was in high school. Yeah, I might have mentioned this teacher a couple of times, but I don't think I did a whole episode dedicated to her and things, you know. And the thing is this, I'm not gonna say that she was a bad teacher, but I am going to say that I felt like that she was one of those teachers that I guess needed a little bit more training, you know. Cause yeah, it was one of those things where I felt like in a situation where it's like a teacher versus a student, I felt like that there were teachers in there where they would kind of like they would help a little bit more, you know, a student in case if the student was falling behind a little bit. Because yeah, there were some teachers. So there were teachers that I had where it was like, you know, they knew that they were dealing with kids, so that's why they wasn't gonna make things like mad difficult. And because there was this one teacher where he was like, there was at times like where he would teach us some stuff, but he would kind of just, you know, he would be more so developing a bond with us. And that's why I had to say, like, he was one teacher that I wasn't super cool with him, but I did like his class. Like, he would be that one teacher where it's like, if there was any teacher I had to, like, you know, go back to, like, if I like they said, oh, you gotta go back to school, like, you know, after a while, and you gotta pick one teacher out of all the teachers that you've had, he definitely is on that list. Like, there were a few teachers that I had where I was like, you know what, nah, like, they were chill. There was a PE teacher I had where it was like, he would pass you just for, you know, overall, like, putting in the effort of doing something. Like, I remember there was the one PE teacher that I had where it was like the max out day, right? So we had to I think so it was bench pressing, and I think it was squats. So I passed squats, no problem, got to bench press, and I was like a relatively small kid and stuff. So anyways, so that's what I wanted. I wanted to get 245 pound plates, and then the bar was already 145. So I think like 140. Let me bring out my calculator real quick. I think it's 145. But I could be wrong. It might be 135 because now I'm doing it. No, wait a second. 145 divided into 3, 40. So wait a minute, 45 times 3. Oh, so it's 135? Huh. Because I did the math, and then, dang, I did that math fast. Like, that was math. I was, if you guys can tell, yeah, I was passing math when I was in school. So, but anyways, but no, like, the PE teacher, he'd seen that I was trying. And so I couldn't do it. Like, I think I remember I brought the bar down. I got like halfway up, and I just slowly started going back down. And no, he was, you know, giving me my props. Like, he was all like, hey, you know, you couldn't do it, but that was good. You tried. At least you tried. And so, yeah, PE I was passing with flying colors. Math I was passing with flying colors. I think that was the one teacher that I had where I said, if there was any teacher I had to choose to go back to, it would be him. That was like a government class. I was passing that class with flying colors because it wasn't even really a government. I think he was like, look, I'm going to just teach you guys whatever. Because I remember there was a time where he was asking us to write about book writers and stuff. And I think I chose the one guy that wrote The Great Gatsby and stuff. And so, yeah, I was like, that teacher, he was just an all-around chill teacher. Like, he was telling us about his personal life. I remember he brought a GameCube in the school, and he had us, so I'm gonna get to why I wasn't playing on the GameCube and playing Mario Kart, because I definitely would have handed out L's to everybody in that classroom. But so anyways, no, I'll get to that. But besides that, I remember he was wanting us to come up with like a senior class prank, and I'm telling you, like he was a chill teacher. But it's not about him. It's about the teacher that I had issues with. The teacher that prevented me from playing Mario Kart. The teacher that was sending other teachers to my other classes to bring me out of that class and get caught up with a class that I was slightly failing. It wasn't like I had because I'm trying to think. I think throughout my senior year, I didn't really have no Fs. No, I think I was behind one class when I was in my senior year, or maybe that's okay. I think that's second semester, but then okay, so yeah, I think it was like the first semester. I think I was behind some classes, got those grades up, and then I think the second semester. That's when I was I think I was only messing up on my health class, and so. But anyways, so I get it. You know, you want your students to pass and all that stuff. And she the thing was this, she wasn't like an official teacher that I had. Like she was one of those teachers where I don't know if like all schools had this, but there's this this passing class called advisory. And so she was my advisory teacher. And so when you go in that class, you do work, you can chill with your friends, take a nap. That was my napping period, because I was like, hey, look, I think all students deserve at least one power nap to just kind of get them getting going and stuff, giving them some energy and things. And so I used that as a napping time. Yeah, I could have got caught up in some classes, but I was like, fam, I've been going to school, okay? Like my senior year, I've been going to school since I was 5 years old, okay? There wasn't too many times, especially when you get into actual school. Like there's preschool where they give you the napping period, but when you get into actual school, bruh, you don't do no naps, okay? You spend from kindergarten to 5th grade in recess. So that napping period, no, you're outside running around, playing basketball, just doing kid stuff. Then you get into middle school, then it's you're they don't really have a recess, but they do have the lunchtime thing where it's you just doing whatever. And then it's the same with high school. Fam, I need me a nap, because if I'm not napping when I get home and things. And so I need me one of those naps. No, I think there was some times where I'll come home. I know for a fact there was some times where I'll come home, I would just go and just lay down in the bed. I needed me a couple of naps, because man, school, I ain't gonna lie, school was hard, okay? School was hard, all right? But so anyways, but yes, the teacher that I'm gonna be talking on, she was an advisory teacher, all right? So the thing is this, I don't want to be disrespectful in this episode, because I don't know of her current situation right now. So I'm gonna just overall just kind of just tell the stories, but not make any comments about her and things. But yeah, overall, I felt that she was one of those teachers where she just needed to spend a little bit more time understanding students and stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you this much, jumping straight to the whole, I'm gonna call your mom, using that as a scare tactic towards a student, that's not gonna make a student learn. That's just gonna make a student scared, fam, I'm gonna get home and get in trouble. But that's not teaching them anything. That's what they're gonna go through their whole life thinking oh, I gotta make sure. And I feel that's a person that's just gonna grow up to be one of those people that overworks. Excuse me, and I don't think nobody should live like that. I don't think nobody should live in a mindset where it's oh, I gotta overwork before, I get in trouble in something. Yeah, it's that's why I had to say, that's why I was one of those people when I had started working at that cafe in Seattle. I showed up early, did all my work, never called, took no days off. I think I took maybe the only time I took maybe a couple of days off, just kind of as a day to just, relax, catch up with my mental, just kind of catch up with myself and things. Because yeah, it was I needed some time to myself, but other than that, it was of course you're gonna take your vacations, and then because I did I only include the vacation days where if I'm going out on a trip. And then, because, that was just, me hanging out with the fam. I'm talking about some, mental days. Yeah, I only took, 2 days off for some mental days. Vacation, yeah, I'm, vacation mindset. I know I did take some days off, because it snowed outside. And so I'm I guess maybe those days will be included. But it, like I said, I didn't take off a whole lot. There was even coworkers at that place that were saying, Tyler, he show up early, leave late, and that's what I overall was doing and stuff. So anyways, But getting back to this teacher, so she was my advisory teacher all throughout high school. So I always was in her class, and she was always finding a reason to get on me about some. I think I did have her like my freshman year for a couple of classes, maybe. But other than that, yeah, it was like, I more so had throughout the years I had her for the advisory period. So anyways, it was more so my senior year. That's when she started, like, oh, let's call Tyler's mom, every single day, all throughout his senior year, just on some, like, random stuff and things. And it's bad when it gets to the point where your like parent is no longer mad at you. They're more so upset at the fact that this teacher keeps calling them. Like I'm saying, like my mom, she has one of those jobs where she has to focus on her job while she is there. She can't be, taking in calls randomly and stuff, especially if you're in the middle of a meeting. Yeah, you can't be. So it got to the point where it was like my mom was getting upset that this teacher kept calling. She was like, and she wasn't even mad at me. She was like, fam, why does this teacher keep calling? I'm like, okay, are you doing your work? Yes, I'm doing my work. You're literally watching me do my work and things. So yeah, it was getting to that level of like annoying and things. And so anyways, I remember, all throughout my senior year. So then there was the 2 times where she had came to like 2 other classrooms. It was a government class, and then it was like this like artist type class and things. I don't know, that teacher, he didn't really like explain to us what we had to be doing in that class. Like I think for them it was like a second like advisory class. Like it was just us like sitting around chilling, because I think there was times I remember we were in there watching like Boondock videos on YouTube. And we were he was even like he wasn't even tripping about it. He just was sitting there watching, look at us laughing and things. He was laughing with us because that's how hard we were laughing at those Boondock videos. That teacher, he'll be another one of those teachers where I'm all like, nah, bro, cause you were chill, bro. You were one of the good ones, all right. So but anyways, I remember I'm in that classroom, doing my work in there. I don't remember what work we were doing, but I remember I was focused on that class doing some work and things. I think it was like some paperwork or whatever. But anyways, there was like a second teacher that was in the advisory teacher's class, where she came to that class and she was all like, oh, Tyler, you gotta go. You gotta come with me. And I'm like, why? And she was like, you got some work that you need to be doing. I'm like, I'm doing work for this class. Do you not understand that there are multiple classes that I go to? Yes, I will get to that work. And what was the crazy thing about it was that the very next period, I was going to that class that they wanted me to go to. So I'm like, fam, why are you trying to make me be behind in this class so I can start focusing on another class? And then this teacher is telling you, oh, Tyler is behind in this class. And then what? You gonna wait until another class that, you gonna pull me out of that class so I can get caught up? That's why I need to stay in this class, do the work that I have in here, and then I'll go to the next class and then do the work in there and stuff. But I'm like, I'm focused on this. So she's still just standing there continuously, and I'm like, you know what? Fine, forget it. I'll go to that class, all right? Grab my stuff. I'm mad. Sit down, throw I'm like, bro, that it was that level of like, fam, I just want to hurry up and get my diploma and get out of here. I'm like, I want to go, okay? So anyways, so then there was the there was like numerous times like where she was calling my mom. Besides that incident, there was like I think she called my mom for that reason. Then there was like I'm telling you, it felt like she was calling my mom every single day. So there was one day where, so the next class was that she wanted me that I would have been going to was a TA class. So when you're a TA in a classroom, yes, it's like another. I pretty much was having like some easy classes my senior year because I was caught up with a lot of the stuff that I was doing. There was like the senior classes, I think I just had to get the credits for that, and then afterwards I was done. And I'm trying to think. There were like I said, there are some classes that I was behind my first semester, and then the second semester I was behind in the health class. So the health class, I just need to go there. But then it was like, that first semester it was wild. So that's why I was like, second semester I was cool, and I think I did talk on that health teacher where she was the one health teacher, or the teacher I was telling y'all about, where she was showing us like shocking videos, like people being decapitated and stuff, and was telling me I wasn't gonna graduate because I didn't know how to use a blood pressure cuff and things. And so yeah, that teacher, that was the one class that I was struggling with. Other than that, I was passing all my other classes. I think I had like A's and B's, and I think I was only struggling with that health class, because that teacher was just weird and stuff. So, but anyways, so then I remember there was a time going in the TA class. So the teacher, she goes and tells me that I need to go to the office and pick up some papers for the class and things. And usually when she does that, it's like, she'll go and like ask the classroom, like, oh, raise your hand to if you want to go up to the office and pick up papers. And all kids, they always wanted to do that and stuff. Senior year, I didn't even care. I was all like, hey, you know what? If I'm chosen, I'm chosen. Don't care. So I was like, I don't even think there wasn't even no like option to raise your hand. She looked directly at me and was all like, oh, Tyler, can you go up to the office and get some papers? All right, cool, it's whatever. So anyways, go up there, get the papers handed to her and stuff. And then I go and sit back down. And the kid, he walks up, he act like he's doing something, right? Because I was cool with everybody in that class, like, besides me, because even though I was a TA, I wasn't even really helping with those kids. Like, those kids, they would be just like looking at me, wanting to crack jokes and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, them, they were some chill kids and things. And so anyways, so he walks up in my like area and stuff, because I was sitting off like in the corner, and then they were all sitting on one side. So anyways, I'm just kind of sitting there, just doing whatever and things. He comes up, he act like he's doing some stuff, and then he's all like, hey, yo, Tyler, he was all like, the such and such, she just called your mom. And I'm all like, what was she talking about? She was like, yeah, she said that you were messing up in one of the classes and things. So immediately I just stood up, interrupted the whole class, didn't care what she was doing, talking about, or anything. And I told her, because I was like, I had enough of it. And I told her, I was like, hey, look, from this day forward, stop calling my mom, okay? Don't call my mom for nothing else anymore. If there's something that you need to talk about, you talk to me about it. But my mom's getting sick and tired of it. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Rather than my mom can't do the work, I gotta do the work. So talk to me about it. And I think that was like one of the last few times. I think she did still call my mom afterwards, even after all that stuff. But I don't think it was on a regular basis like how it was. Like, it was just like, it was at times like I don't even know like why she was even calling. Like, that's how bad it was getting, where it was like she was just calling just to be calling. And I'm like, fam, stop all that. I'm all like, dang, talk to me about the work. I will do it. That's what, like, my thing is this. Tell me what work I need to do, or whatever it is, all right? But, like, I'll go to that class, get whatever work I need to do, come back here, do the work. You don't have to do all this, like, oh, let me call his mom every single day type stuff. And I'm like, nah, man, you got to stop all that. And so, yeah, so then afterwards, then, then it was that second semester, and I was dealing with that health teacher, but I ended up passing that class. And then, then I was like, I graduated, I got up out of there, and I did not look back. It was funny because that's the same teacher, the main teacher I was talking about throughout this episode. There was a time where I thought I had saw her at the AT&T store. And because I think I was getting me a new iPhone at the time, and so I thought I had saw her in there. I almost, because I was so like, because me and my mom, we was like underneath the same contract. So I remember I thought I had saw her, and I was like, I was seconds away from looking at my mom and being like, you know what, forget it. Going back in the car, I was like, this was after I had graduated, bro. This was afterwards. And so I was like, no. I was like, I was that close, but then I was like, you know what, I was like, it wasn't even her, it was some or like other random person, but I was like, I was gonna try to avoid. I was like, I don't think now she'll be able to recognize me, but who knows, maybe she probably still got my number. She probably been wanting to call. If she still works at that school, she probably been wanting to call, and it's all like, wait a minute, he graduated, so like, well, let me just call and see what, oh, he messed up on this YouTube video. No, I would immediately just take the phone, throw it outside, get a flamethrower, set it on fire, and just be like, no more, can't do this. All right, so, but yeah, man, I think, I must warn my younger audience out there, whatever school you're going to, If you got a teacher like that, best advice I can give you is to just, pass your classes. Like, even if you don't like that class, pass it so you won't deal with no teacher like how I was dealing with when I was in school, all right? So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.